And that concludes the Genshiro Ryu arc, so to speak. I mean, it was only 2 extra episodes, but it was still pretty funny in a way. This is me, the Angry Anime fan, and this is what happens from Yuragi no Yuna-san episode 8. The While Kogarashi tries to keep Genjiro occupied by telling lies a little bit on how he inappropriately touched Yuna, Sagiri, the little Tanuki girl, tries to get to Yuna, but Oboro, the retainer, is in the way, and she slashes Sagiri so much that, well, let's just say her very sexy suit, or not suit, one-piece suit, whatever you call that, leotard maybe? No, that's not a leotard. Maybe it's a one-piece suit or something. Gets, of course, a little bit exposing her a lot. Seems that Obero's biggest strength is her speed. So, well, but Yuna managed to make the little Tanuki to escape. Eventually, though, Obero brings Sagiri and Yuna in front of Genshiro, who, and of course, as soon as Genshiro sees the spiritual presence, as well as, but most importantly, the outfit, and especially how much she has become stripped thanks to Obero's blade, he immediately says the Sagiri passes. So Kogarashi, tired of Genshiro's perversion, immediately says that he has taken bath with Yuna. So in his anger, Genshiro kicks Kogarashi up in the ceiling, but all it does is actually free him from his restraints, and he is perfectly unharmed. Well, that's Kogarashi for you. He is not someone to break just from one single kick of a dragon god. I know he said he was possessed by a lot of people, but this seems to imply something greater. So of course he falls down to the floor and gives the dragon god Genshiro one final warning. When he doesn't listen to that, he punches Genshiro and sends him flying on the wall. He defeats the dragon god with one single punch. I mean, this is just to play it for comedy. The fact that it says he was possessed by a spiritual medium of something once upon a time. He doesn't punch women, but all he can do is punch, and his punching power has become so powerful that he could literally destroy a dragon god with one single punch. That is kind of funny. As Obero is in shock, she attacks Kogarashi, who cannot lay a finger on her. But during the fight, he actually figures out that she's a girl, because apparently Kogarashi and Sagiri did not think she was a girl. But for some reason, Yuna knew. I have no idea how, but I guess Yuna can read the spirit medium. Obero do have a very manly face, and in that suit, it doesn't really show that she has any boobs, so I can't blame them for mistaking Obero for a man. But eventually, though, Kogarashi wins, although he doesn't knock out Obero, and then they put on a fake show that that Obero a little bit helps with, that Yuna ascends to heaven, so well, she is free from Genshiro that way. He laments that, but he also realizes he has to train. After all, he lost to a human, Kogarashi. But then the next morning becomes not so very comfortable for Kogarashi, as Obero has joined the inn and is trying to seduce Kogarashi while appearing in front of him always naked, because apparently she was once born from the tail of the previous dragon god, in a way technically making her the half-sister of Genjiro, or maybe an illegitimate child. That's why probably she's a retainer, and also why she has the strength. So her loyalty lies to the Ryuga clan, and she will do anything to make it stronger. So after seeing Kogarashi's power, she wants his seed. Or, well, yeah. No, she is the seed. He is the fertilizer, is that way to put it? into her so she can give birth to a strong child for the Ryugo clan. If you ask me, that's a pretty strange logic, but hey, it's an ecchi series. One's never said that logic was meant to be good here. So that's basically this episode. I mean, it wasn't as fun as last week's, but it was a conclusion of it all. Still pretty funny though how easy Kogarashi defeated the Dragon God. Pretty anticlimactic, but it was some very welcoming fan service scenes here, so I liked that more than other things. Of course, it did show some emotional moments there, but mostly from Yuna, who, again, her voice is too adorable, and you cannot help but feeling very emotional when you hear it. But that's basically this anime. You give me your thoughts if you have any. Like and subscribe if you want to.